Svana took up the scroll and wound the wooden spools to read. Nature, Biosystems, Biodiversity Destruction. Reductions in the manifested potential of expression in a given environment result from the diminishment of the environment's ability to support a given organism or array of organisms. All manifestation is subject to change. Change can be caused at the experiential level of any given organism by factors representing the full continuum of macro to micro influences. In the relative absence of reflective awareness and corresponding manipulation, and in the absence of extreme inter-environmental impositions, the expression of potential manifests itself according to the extent it has the capacity to generationally respond to the requirements of its environment. Where the characteristics of the environment change at a rate that surpasses the rate at which the manifested organism can generationally adjust, then the organism has to shift to another environment that bears sufficient similarity to the environment to which it is adapted, or it will cease to exist, and its expression, the evolved formal impetus of potential, is lost. In a given environment, changes to macro elements affect all of the micro elements that exist within the context of the extent of the macro influence. Macro elements can consist of the characteristics of the unfolding of the environment's innate potential, or of the result of inter- or intra-environmental elements being imposed into the environment to create an element of influence that changes the overall balance of the environment's provision. Any such shift will benefit some organisms and be a detriment to others. The benefit or harm will manifest to the extent those organisms are either innately suited to the new environment or can generationally and competitively adapt quickly enough to survive. Macro elements can also consist of the effective organisms that have evolved to the point of reflective ability, where any organism in its environment manipulates its environment to further its interests. The resulting changes in the environment at the micro level are specifically purposed to favor a certain state of manifestation. This manipulation to the benefit of one element risks the loss of entire branches of evolved manifestation. Everything that is impeded or removed from the environment impedes or removes every aspect of manifestation that is reliant on its presence. Likewise, everything that is encouraged or added to an environment impedes or removes aspects of manifestation that are incompatible with the interests of the added manifestation. Where the results of those shifts collectively are systemic, they have the potential to manifest as macro shifts in the environment as a whole. In that way, the manipulation by a given reflective organism to suit its own intention in the micro can result in macro risks to its own continued existence. Where a reflective organism fails as a result of a decrease of environmental provision due to the organism's own manipulation, the energy of potential developed and maintained in the reflective organism is released to be re-embodied by whatever form is most suited to the current environment. If the environment is one that has itself been disrupted in respect of its generation of manifested potential, then the redevelopment will start from that which is innately preferred by the conditions of the reformed environment, and the complexity of manifestation reverts to the highest state that remains intact. Then the branching begins again, but in the moment, a loss of achieved potential, which may or may not be achieved again, has occurred.